Let's get it going, get it going, get it going, everyone! Wonderful! Yeah!
Alright, just got my steps in coming up here. Good. The rest of the day. I'm loving Berlin. Like many of you, I love living here. Moved here a year and a half ago with my daughter and my wife. They're both very special. My daughter because she's proof that I had sex. My wife because she's proof that it was good. And it is a true love marriage. We are both EU citizens. We did not need to get married. We did it because we love each other. And that is the energy I'm bringing to Berlin. Unlike most middle-aged men from Poland who come here to drink beer and beg for money. I'd be like, can I laugh at that? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I am East European, which means I get to guilt trip Germans whenever I want. It's really the best thing in the world. I'm the third person in my family to live and work in Germany. First one to get paid for it. And when I tell that to the Germans, what I like about Germans is that they're at least a little bit sorry, right? Like, I mean, it's not a perfect country for historical reasons. And not only because of World War II, but also, did you know what Germans decided to do in the 1970s? West Germans. They saw that there was, actually this was in the 1960s, they saw that there was a lot of kids without parents because of the split, because of the war. And there were a lot of kids without parents, a lot of orphans. And they were like, how can we place these kids so they will be loved? How can we make sure that the people we give them to will love them? Oh, we know who loves children. Pedophiles. And you think this is a joke, but it's not. It really happened. Well, that's a little too dark. Like my gasping Jews jokes do better than that. Anybody here from Poland? Nobody? Nobody? Exactly. Nobody here is from Poland because we all know that we're in Germany. It's dark. We're in a basement. We shut the fuck up. Nobody here. I saw Mariusz, I saw Anya, I saw Kasia. But when somebody's up here on stage, like, anybody from Poland? They're like, no, fuck it. Never. Oh, German. Like I said, Germans are great because they're actually sort of sorry for what happened in the past. That's unlike a lot of other countries that came up on genocide, like America. Like, I don't know if you've interacted with many Americans. If you have, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. But if you tell Americans, you're like, you know what, your country's kind of had problems in the past. Maybe you want to make amends, say I'm sorry. They're like, no, that wasn't genocide, that wasn't racist, that was our heritage. That was how our country became great, the greatest founding fathers the world has ever seen. We are the greatest nation. I'm like, hey. First of all, slow down. Because you're sounding like a fucking cartoon rooster from the 1950s. Like, America hasn't gone beyond racism yet. Because you know what Americans do? They get married at slave plantations. All the time. They're like, oh, this is a beautiful venue. What did they use this house for? Well, this is where the master and his missus will eat. And this is where they killed the black people. Right? And that's a cornfield. I'm sorry, that's a cornfield. Right? Now, Europe's not perfect. But nobody's getting married at Auschwitz. They won't let you. I asked. Nobody's going to the Nuremberg tribunals and going like, oh, this is a great venue for a prom. We're not having Treblinka having, gender reveal parties. Put up a balloon. Pop it. Is it going to be pink? Is it going to be blue? It's ash. Oh, it seems like the baby's going to have horrible parents. I love it. I love the energy Berlin has, and when I say energy, I mean the fact that nobody here cares about shit. It's the best. When I have, like Chris, I've been struggling with my mental health, although I don't like using that word, because struggling means I had a fighting chance. I just let my mental health beat the shit out of me for a couple decades. And when I'm having a bad time, it's the summer, You know, it's hot, I don't have any energy, I get on the train, I've been walking all day, I'm smelly, I'm sweaty, I'm sticky. I get on that U-Bahn and I'm still not the most disgusting person on that train. The guy next to me just shit himself, everybody's like, the fat guy's looking pretty good right now. No, but really, it's a great country. We moved here about almost 2 years ago, and I'm trying to we've settled here. I sent my daughter to school. She's 7 years old, so she's going to first grade. I don't know if you know what Berlin schools are like, but they are like the United Nations. Like 23 kids, 34 ethnicities, 42 languages. My daughter comes home, he's like, Daddy, why do you only speak 2 languages? I'm like, what do you mean? Well, my friend speaks 4 languages because her mom's boyfriend is from Brazil, she's from Israel, her dad's from Argentina, and his wife's from Iceland. I'm like, well, I only speak 2 languages because my parents were whores. That's what it is. I'm trying to get her to integrate with kids from other nations without being racist. So the key I'm going by is how good their food is. Like, because that is objective. I'm like, listen, do you have any Korean kids in your class? Maybe you can make friends with them. Anybody from Japan? Look, if we're gonna stay in Europe, maybe Italy, maybe France. She's like, oh no, but I made friends with this Bulgarian girl. I'm like, no, you haven't. Bring that shit around here. Because she made friends with a German kid. I took her over to the German kid's house. I'm like, they gave her hot dogs. I'm like, hey, do you have any ketchup for this? And the guy goes, no, we don't eat ethnic food here. He's like, oh wait, no, but we do have some hot spices. Do you like hot? Do you like shots? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I got some curry powder. I'm like, oh, I got some disappointment. Anyway, folks, that's been my time.
We're at the end of the show. Thank you all so much for coming in.